We are now live.
Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging in there with us. Welcome back. We left off talking about our balls,
Yes.
but kind of wanted to shift gears a little bit and talk about some ball busting issues.
I should have made another drink. I fucked up.
No, you can do it right now. I can intro this for us.
Good man.
So, Rich, I sent you an article that I read, and so full disclosure, I don't know all of the backstory about what's happening and the nuances for what this story is, but I had read an article and it said that there was a college student who was in trouble for violating the Title IX rules set forth at a university because he asked another student out, and he violated her Title IX rights because he's bigger than her. Now the article was credit to her written by a woman who basically said it's kind of ridiculous to hold men to a standard that if you're asking somebody out, that the woman has to be bigger
Or the same size.
or the same size.
One of the parts said, newsflash, most men are bigger than women.
Most, and that is true. And I guess the harder or the better issue is like, if you have to find women that are bigger than you, that's not
Story of my life.
There's, well, some of us it's
BBW, bro. That's gonna be my new fucking,
big beautiful women.
my new favorite,
Your search engine.
search engine, yes. Search results.
So, you know, the story goes that basically as a woman writing the article, she felt that it really wasn't fair to put men in a situation, and I think one of her points, and I thought it was interesting, is that it is unempowering to hide behind a Title IX situation with women, because you're saying that they aren't capable of handling social interactions without mediation.
I guess maybe it wasn't a Title IX situation. I think it was more of a harassment situation, and it should have went to court as opposed to like going through school.
And so, yeah, one of the things, and for full disclosure for anybody who's listening who may
Know more about it.
know more about her, or know him, know more about the situation, we really don't. We don't know how many, let's say he's asking her out every single day for a semester.
Yeah, because
that can get annoying.
What it said was countless interactions.
Yeah.
But the way I looked at it was persistence beats resistance, man.
The person that,
Like, it's a numbers game. At some point, she might say yes, or she hits you with a lawsuit.
Right.
Either way, you get her number and her address.
or you,
You're good to go,
it's
bro.
on the fucking paperwork, and at that point, why not just go knock on her door? You know, the truth be told, it's not easy for guys to ask out girls.
I do when I'm really drunk.
Right. Okay, so you get real drunk and you get brave.
To put my dick on the table and say it's
Just,
cold
hey,
outside.
that's it. You wrap your wiener around your wrist and you ask her to help you tell the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just walk around with a random fucking thing of popcorn.
Mhm.
Like, do you guys want popcorn?
Or the empty box,
Yeah.
where it's like, hey, I bought you something. Like you just gotta open it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of these things work. They also get you kicked out of gardens.
Yeah, they do actually.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been kicked out before.
The minute you put your wiener on a girl's lap that's sitting at the bar, you get asked to leave.
Yeah.
So I think he's quite the gentleman for asking her out rather than just
It
Humping her.
said something like,
dry humping her.
like it was almost stalkerish. So, but at that point,
So,
like, what is it the school's problem, or is that like
A police matter?
yeah, like I feel like that's like something where she needs to get like a restraining order.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
mean, I would go to the police too. Yeah, so I've been rejected. I've been told no.
Shit, I
Once
get
or
re-
twice,
I
right?
get rejected all the time.
And it happens.
At least you had two women say yes to you.
Yeah, I did.
I
But
haven't even had anybody said maybe.
I haven't had anybody say yes this year.
Yeah, well, yes.
Yes. Oh, did I tell you Del Taco line, I told the girl that it was for me and my boyfriend.
Okay.
She just like looked at me and like giggled a little and
She believed you?
yeah,
She was like, yeah.
apparently I can, apparently I look like a gay man.
I mean, what does the game look like?
Like a gay man. Happy.
Yeah. I guess way more happy than us, shit.
And by gay, I mean just happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not homosexual.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Right, because that would be bigotous and mean.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we wouldn't do that in our
kind
show.
of fucked up.
Yeah, no, we are all inclusive here. But anyway, so I know that there's women out there that have said no to a guy on a first date, but he asks again, he asks maybe a third time, and you're like, all right, I'll go out with it. And maybe that girl ends up falling in love. Maybe she just likes him. Maybe, you know, it's like, I'm not saying every woman has to go out with a guy that's asked them, but, you know, you can't blame a guy for trying it 2 or 3 times. Again, we don't know if it was like 2 or 3
But
hundred.
yeah, but I mean, like, how much is too much? Like, at what point do you stop trying?
When Yvette finds out.
All right.
No,
Awkward.
you know, you ask once, maybe two. I think a lot of it is gauging the temperature of the room, so to speak. If it's like no, like, you know, if it's playful, then I would say ask again, like until you get
Solid no.
like an obvious no.
Or you just get left on scene.
Yeah, or like, hey, bud, and they use a lot of like the friend zone.
That's happened to me plenty of times, and you know who you are.
You know who you are, Deanna.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
Messed up, dude. Yeah, I think you go like you try until you get an obvious no. Let's assume she gave him an obvious no, like on the first time, like no, I'm not interested in going out with you, and he asks again. I don't really fault him, like for trying a couple of
I've
times,
had a lot of girls tell me no the first time. First time I ever got out with them.
and you kind of just keep trying until you know it's
I'm a salesman though, so like when a no arises,
it's an opportunity.
yeah, to me I look at it like, okay, these are small no's.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a big yes.
Oh, that was cute.
You know, like that's how I look at
Yeah,
it. So I just see it as it's an obstacle that I need to overcome, and I gotta figure out how I gotta overcome it
Right.
and how I'm gonna come over it.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
then
gotta-
once it happens, then I start talking to her.
Wham bam.
That's
Thank
why
you.
I'm single.
It's because you've gone through every woman in California
Yeah,
and some men,
some small men,
small men.
because I can't ask out the bigger ones.
Well, yeah, that would be a violation of Title IX. So I didn't even know Title IX covered harassment. I thought it was only like revenue sharing because that's the only
Well, 'cause you hear about it in sports.
in
that's why,
sports. Yeah. So you know that shows you my microscope.
What sucks though is because he was bigger. Like it says, like that was like a very focal point of like the argument.
Over and over again.
Yeah, like I mean, was he
Bigger.
like ginormous? Was he like a football player and she was like a fucking 100-pound cheerleader? Like, because you know when I think of that, I think of you seen the movie The Program.
Oh yeah, when he throws the chick around.
Why you leave me on?
Yeah.
He throws her around like
Yeah.
she's a fucking ragdoll.
Throws her. So yeah, and listen, I would say that in a situation where like he's huge, if she is feeling intimidated physically, then say so. Like, look, I don't want to go out with you. You're scaring me. Like,
We also don't know the situation.
and we don't.
Yeah.
And we do not. And that's why I said at the beginning, full disclosure, we don't know everything about the situation, but given some general.
It's a sticky subject.
It could be.
If she-
If
she met him.
Jesus.
She gave him one big yes.
She's afraid of that becoming the situation.
Yeah. Lukaku.
But like so I would say that 99% of the men in the world are not rapists.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
with like a definite no, look, you're scaring me. Like you're obviously bigger than me. It's uncomfortable for me.
There was a situation with Aziz Ansari. I should.
Oh yeah, the comedian. Yeah,
Yeah, I should look this up.
he's a little guy too.
No, but the whole situation wasn't about that. It's some girls trying to threaten him for like harassment or rape or whatever. Not rape. I'm sorry. Harassment or like just like under the whole.
Sexual assault.
Yeah, like under the whole Me Too movement.
Yeah. Okay.
And like literally, like if you read what's going on, and I think it's been dropped now, but it just sounded like a bad date. Like he probably got a little too drunk, a little too handsy,
Yeah.
and she said no, and then he
Mhm.
tried to kiss her or whatever, and then
She was like, no.
no, and then like it just blew up. But like, not saying that that was acceptable by any means.
Yeah.
What I'm saying though is it's not. There's a big difference between like truly being harassed and like
Right.
stalked and like raped versus like just
Hey, this is not going well. Like, no, I don't want to kiss you. Like, back up.
yeah,
I want this date to be over. Take me home.
kind of yeah. So I wish I would let them do a little more, but I feel like I said that about a lot of things that we go over on this show.
Until we get those big checks from the fucking, huge podcast companies, it's gonna be a lot of half-assed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should change the podcast to half-assed. I meant it.
Yeah. I meant my full ass.
Yeah.
What was funny is this whole claim focused so heavily on the difference in size. And
There's different sized penises though.
there are, and some are monstrous, and some are not intimidating. And they call them me.
Yeah.
But
I'm in the middle.
what I liked so much about the article was that it really
So Cuba.
it focused so much on like women. You want to be empowered, right? So then say what you mean. If you meant it, said it. That didn't work out well.
No.
But like, again, we don't know all of the backstory. But if she said no over and over and over again, I think I would side with her and go report it to the.
I'm sure she was probably felt uncomfortable. If this guy loses like a scholarship,
Yeah.
and I
It's
kind of
like
feel
that
bad.
school.
I kind of feel bad for him on that aspect because
Or has to register as an
offender.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like you could have just got a restraining order and everybody would have been good.
Or again, let's go with the other side of it. Let's say that she said no, like trying to be nice. And I get ladies trying to be nice. Trust me, it's always nicer when you get let down nicely.
I get let down nice all the time.
But you're gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
And
Maybe not immediately.
yeah, you gotta give it a little bit of time. But again, if you're not having that communication, we don't know, but if she's kind of like flirty, like no, but
Those are the worst.
it's like,
Those are the
bitch,
worst.
What?
Why?
If you mean it, say it.
But you know what? We can think that's flirting and they're just being nice.
Oh, yeah,
They're still
no.
just being nice.
No, did I tell you about the conversation we had at work?
No.
So, at my job at McDonald's, there's a new female coworker, and one of the guys that sits kind of on the other side of the office, not part of our division, has been coming around lately, and
A lot more.
yeah, a lot more. He passes by a printer to come print from our printer, and he's had some conversations with me, but always tends to go to the girl that sits next to me. So maybe he doesn't talk to me on trip number 1, but he talks to one of my other coworkers and her. But then on trip number 2, he'll talk to me for 2 minutes and then talk to her.
It's always a variation of her.
Oh, exactly. And so we were joking with her, like, and I said something along the lines of, like, oh, your new friend that sits over there. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go,
She had no idea.
the guy.
She was oblivious.
The guy that comes over and is always talking to you. And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, oh, you're being set up to be asked out. And she goes, no. And so then another coworker who was not part of the conversation kind of rolled over and goes, are you guys talking about this dude coworker? And we
So
said,
you guys have chairs at McDonald's?
shut up. He said, and we said, yeah, okay. And he goes, quite honestly, straight faced, and this dude's serious. He's like a nerdy tech guy. He looked at her and goes, you're being courted. And rolled back to his desk.
Only a tech guy would use a
Only a
fucking word like courted.
Right? And he goes, oh, you're being courted. And she was like, what do you mean? And so then we started dropping
All the hints and
all the hints, like,
all the little fucking.
what did you guys
things
talk about? We talked about how I'm a vegetarian. Like, okay, so now he knows the type of restaurants to take you out at.
Yeah, you're not going to fucking Lowry's
Where do you live?
Wait, like Laurie's, what the fuck?
Laurie's the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Okay, whatever.
You know, you guys talked about your family. You didn't mention boyfriend, wife, or whatever. So now he knows you're single, right? He's doing these breadcrumbs, like the trail to figure it out. And I told her quite honestly, like,
Sounds like a fucking genius to me.
oh, he's working good.
Yeah.
Like he's smooth. And I
You
give
fucked it
credit
up for him,
No,
honestly.
no. Because here's what I said. I said, you're gonna see he either looked at your Instagram or he has looked at your Instagram. He's gonna request you as a friend. And she goes, oh my God, he looked at my LinkedIn. And I go, how do you? And
But it tells you.
it tells you who's viewed you, right? So she's like, he looked at my LinkedIn. And we all just threw our hands up in the air, we're like, oh, you can tell so much about somebody. He's doing his research. And I said to her, look, we're not saying don't go out with him. We're not saying, anything, nothing negative about this guy.
You just gotta be aware.
All we're doing is saying, as a guy, it is fucking obvious to another guy. But to a woman, you're oblivious to it. And one of the other girls in the department goes, I didn't even notice that he was coming around all the time. Like, I didn't even notice it. It didn't even dawn on me.
Well, for the girl that just got hired, she obviously didn't know that he didn't come around like that before. So that's
She's been there for at least a month.
What I'm saying though is,
So, yeah.
she didn't know originally that he didn't come by as much, so she would not notice that. But
You notice the things like, hey, don't you have a printer like right behind your desk, and yet you come around using our printer? Those types. As guys, we view it, we see it, we go, okay, he's trying, he's checking it out, he's looking at the scenery, he's looking to see what the next step is. And so,
you know what you should do? You should get her line number, and that will just make her life so much easier.
it really would. I'll write it down for you after. No, he wouldn't like it. I'll tell you why after.
Does she not know how to make fries or what?
But but yeah, as a guy, sometimes you gotta put the work in, right? Like that's the bottom line. Sometimes you gotta put some work in, and sometimes it works out.
And sometimes you gotta give them space for a little bit. Like,
Okay.
yeah, there's times where I've
and then
gone after girls and they're like, nah, and I just give them their space. And then like one day I'm just kinda like,
do.
hey,
You get
what's up?
DM'd, right? Yeah.
Well, not direct message, but text them or whatever, and then they're ready.
So, we don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole. He doesn't, and maybe the dude's just kind of sleazy and shady and like fuck him then. But I don't think it's appropriate to always run to an authority. Like, say no. Make it clear, make it obvious. Because a lot of times, ladies, to be honest with you, there's some ambiguity, some vagueness, and guys are gonna keep trying. We're guys, it is what it is. To side with her, if she was like, no, fuck you, I don't want you around, leave me alone, well, dude, you kinda got what's coming to you. Like, it is what it is too. But there are two sides of the story, so if anybody knows them, let us know. I'm curious to kind of hear some of the backstory. We're reading one article and the story.
Well, it retracted itself, it revised, because when you first entered, you didn't have that.
It didn't have that, and then it went into some more in-depth, like countless requests.
Maybe he kept adding her on Facebook and she kept declining.
Declined,
He kept adding.
declined.
And then he blocked her, and then he created a new one. Oh, I'm sorry, then she blocked him.
Is
and then-
cyber stalking? It is harassment, huh? You can
Yeah,
have that in
dude.
there. Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
I get cyber stalked all the time, all these.
crazy.
So on my Bumble profile, my work says Instagram model.
Ooh.
For those of you that don't know. Boom.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I've seen some Instagram models, bro.
Yeah,
You're better looking than them.
yeah, some of them.
Some, not all.
Oh, dude, I was watching. So remember, last week we talked about how you were getting old and you're the old guy on my lawn.
I'm the old guy on your lawn.
Yeah, the old guy going through my lawn.
Oh, going through.
No, the old guy, get off my lawn guy or whatever.
Ah,
So I was watching a show called what's his name? Jerry Seinfeld.
okay.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The former comedian.
He's still a comedian.
You want to see the? Speaking of lawns, the Mexican jet ski.
Is that?
It's a lawnmower. He's riding a lawnmower.
Is that like a hoverboard though behind it?
No, it's just one of those stand-up carts that gets dragged behind it.
Oh, okay.
That was racist, man.
Yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
why you would show that to me.
So, so Jerry Seinfeld and Tracy Morgan were there, right? And
Okay.
they're like, "How do you feel about this new comedy, this whole Instagram comedy?" And they started going and talking about it, right? And then well, I forgot what Tracy Morgan said, but where it was like along the lines of like I don't know how I feel about it. Like I like the fact that like people are it's new comedy, but like it doesn't feel like real comedy, right? And then Jerry Seinfeld goes, "You know what? The good thing about comedy is whether it's good, whether it's real comedy or not, like the good comedy will rise to the top,
Mm-hmm.
and like it is what it is, kind of thing. Like if it's gonna stick around and be great, then it's gonna be great. If it's gonna go away after it's just a fad, it's gonna
Yeah.
go away.
It'll have its 15 minutes.
So I don't want to necessarily say I apologize to you because I still think you're get off my guy lawn, but
You want to redo that one?
get off my guy lawn
Yeah.
or get off my lawn, guy.
That's me.
I was like, that sounds correct. I don't understand what the problem with that
You get off my guy.
lawn. In my mind, it sounded so correct. And I was worried about using.
That's my guy.
I was worried about using fucking words in the wrong context. I'm just using
Just
words in
use
the
them
wrong
Wrong
order.
order.
Or yeah, order.
Get off my guy.
Lawn. But yeah, so I was just kind of like, when I heard that, I sided with you. I was like, all right, I get why you don't like it or whatever. But if it's gonna be here forever, or if it's gonna be here forever. If it's gonna go away in a year or two, then it's gonna go away. Like just allow it to be.
I think with like today's comedy, and I know you're joking. For the most part, you're joking in that.
No, yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of today's memes are hilarious, and that is modern comedy. Back in the day, you used to get the Sunday newspaper, and it would have the funnies, right? And it would have like cartoons or whatever it was, and that was,
Like Arthur or some shit.
yeah, they had Marmaduke, they had all, just different comedy sketches and the funnies. Nowadays, we don't get newspapers, but we have memes, and
Some people
they're, yeah, those are old, get off my guy lawns.
Yeah.
The like memes are the new comedy. They're the new, comedy strips or funny pages. And
People are quick on that shit.
oh,
too.
dude, and you know what? And the reason why I feel like I am somewhat evolving with the times and not stuck in my, old ways is that 90% of them I think are fucking hilarious, and they're quick and they're good, and in one line they can make me laugh. And that in itself is comedy.
Have you ever played the game, What Do You Need?
No,
Dude, I'm gonna buy it one day.
we'll play it on air
It's
or
fun.
something.
It's funny, dude.
Really?
Well, we can only play it on air because they have to see the pictures. So,
Oh, okay.
what it is I'll give you a quick breakdown. So, there's pictures, like there's a card, like a stack of cards that are just mean pictures. Like, it could be like a guy making a weird face. It could be
Okay.
like, it could be any, like just
Anything.
a bunch of like random shit. The what you call it, the Michael Jordan like crying face, like just a bunch of different mean.
Not necessarily memes that have been used, but images that could be used.
Yeah,
as a-
both.
Okay.
Some of them are actual memes that people use all the time.
Okay.
That one little redheaded kid that makes that face like
Oh yeah.
So they have pictures, right? And then there's cards, and you pass out like 7 to everybody, right? And they have different sayings on them.
Okay.
And the goal is to collect the most pictures, and the way you collect them is so one person isn't playing, right? They're playing, but like in that round,
Moderated.
they're not playing.
Okay.
So you have to have at least 3 people at least, right?
Okay.
So everyone looks at the picture and they put the best words that they have, and the 7 cards they have, down the middle, right? And the guy that's the mediator or whatever picks up all the cards and picks one winner, and whoever that winner is gets the picture.
Ah, okay.
And then your goal is to collect as many as
Many
possible. I mean,
pictures.
I guess you can go like 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking shit is hilarious because like
You gotta be clever.
you gotta be clever. You gotta think like look at the picture and look at the words and match them together.
Yeah.
I'm not being cocky, but I've never lost that game.
Okay.
I've never lost that game, and I played it like 6 times. I don't know what it is, But you know how you said like the one line can make you laugh?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about putting those two together. Like being able to see the picture and thinking, what do I think is funny? Out of the, and some obviously like
It's been,
when I say never lost, I mean obviously I lost a round,
Yeah.
but I'm like when we say we're gonna collect 10 of them.
yeah,
Or
you're the
we're
first
the-
one to 10, or
I always
after
have
an
the
hour,
most.
you have.
I always have the most, yeah. So
It's being personable, because
it's funny, dude. You gotta play it. It's fucking hilarious.
like one of the funniest memes that I ever saw, it's stupid, it was simple, but you can tell it was in the country, it was on a country road, right? There was a deer that had gotten hit by a car, and it was like on the side of the road. Someone put a balloon on the hoof, and so the balloon's floating, and it just says, "Get well soon." Like, it's stupid. It makes no sense. But I don't know why, but that image is just like the funniest meme I've ever seen in my life. So credit to whoever did it. I don't know who, don't really care, but it's a form of comedy that, like, without even saying a word, just the image of a dead deer on the side of this country road with a balloon that says, "Get well soon," it made me laugh for like probably 3 minutes, just giggling, crying. And that's our meme society. And they're good and they're clever. And some are dumb. Some people just put shit together and it's like you read it and you go, okay, like, all right. I didn't laugh, but someone did. So you're working for that person, but some of them are fucking hilarious. And the reason why, to go back to what I said, is why I feel like I have to defend myself against get off my guy lawn, is that they are funny. I don't think all of them are, but there's enough funny memes that this is.
Well, not every comic's funny either.
Yeah, not every joke works, but this is what's hot right now.
You know what they also said though was comedy is like food. Not everybody likes the same type of food.
Mhm.
So your flavor is different than others. So
And yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah, and I think whether it's comedy, music, art, literature, whatever it is,
Anything honestly in life.
the great things will last. Like, great books have been around for 1,000 years. Great music has been listened to over, I mean, dude, some of the hip hop that you listen to, that I listen to, is from like the early 90s, right? It's 25, it's a classic in terms of classics, right? 25 years makes something classic.
Yeah, they're starting to get into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Look at the Beatles. The Beatles were in like the 60s, and yet they're still fucking popular. Great will always last. There's a lot of things that'll be flash in the pan.
Timeless, it's timeless.
There are things that are timeless, there are things that are flashes in the pan. And like the Hanson song, right? Right? The only reason we know it is because it had its 15 minutes of fame when we were younger. They're not making music now because they weren't great,
Yeah.
right? But you
What
know,
about someone like NSYNC or like Backstreet Boys? Like, they're not necessarily like being played like the Beatles, but when they go on tour,
they still
yes. Sell out.
I
I mean, granted, to like fucking 40-year-old women,
yes,
but still.
yeah, I wouldn't say that they were timeless. What I would say is they used it as a great jumping off platform to do other things and be great, right? Justin Timberlake has gone on to have a fucking insane career, but he was talented. So even if NSYNC wasn't around, I think he still would be famous because, as far as, like we said, great, timeless, he is. He sings, he acts, he dances, like he does everything fucking good. Man crush on Justin Timberlake, like he fucking does everything great. And you never hear about him, you know, getting arrested for a pound of cocaine in his car. He might, but you never hear about
He
it.
does it at home.
He does it at home, and that's fine, which off of Jessica Biel's ass.
Oh, probably I would too.
Dude. Oh. But
I always thought she was hot, but like in the movie Fever Cat, or not Fever Cat,
Fever Pitch?
Fever Pitch.
Yeah.
Is it Fever Pitch?
I don't know. A Fever Pitch is a movie. It was the
It's the one with
Saturday Night Live guy?
no, see that's a different movie.
That's a different movie.
I think it's Fever Catch.
Might be. I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah. You might be right.
That's one with Freddie Prinze Jr. She's hot in that movie.
Oh.
And then she's also fucking super hot in I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Yeah.
Woo!
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I don't know, dude. She was in
She's
bra and
hot.
panties in that one. That she looked fucking good.
Yeah. Hey, Justin. Nice job, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's had hot women, you know.
Have you seen the meme with all of his exes?
No.
Oh my god, it goes through like Mila Kunis, Britney Spears, hot Britney Spears, not crackhead Britney Spears.
Yeah, before she did.
Yeah, so hats off to you, Justin. But I don't know, I wouldn't say that they were timeless. They have their 15 minutes, and I think they kind of just come around and people are willing to go and see them because of the nostalgia around it, but they're not still making music. They're not still, you know,
Well,
it's like
Justin is.
Justin is, but not in sync, not the Backstreet Boys, not, but they've all gone on to do other things.
I was actually more talking about New Kids on the Block.
Okay,
They're the ones that I always like see
yeah.
their fucking, they sell out. Like,
I would go with somebody, when you say timeless, I would say like Foo Fighters. I know it's a different genre, but that's,
Nirvana before them, and which is a part of Foo Fighters.
and had
Yeah,
Kurt
Kurt
Cobain
Cobain,
not, yeah. Had he not died, Nirvana probably would have gone on for a long time.
What's crazy about that though is, had he not died, what's his name? Steve?
Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Would he have been
No.
who he is
He
today?
would have always been behind the drums.
You think so? You didn't leave, you don't think he would have broken? Cause that shit's
Now,
interesting me.
now
Like,
again, had they 10 years down the road had Fallout break up and he starts the Foo Fighters, then maybe. But I think had Nirvana continued the way it did,
cause like look at what happened to Sublime, right?
Yep.
Once Bradley died,
they all.
they still made music, but it wasn't ever near
Mm-mm.
that level, you know?
It's like what we
Um,
talked about with Puff and Biggie. Had Biggie not died, would Puff be huge? I don't think so,
I mean, he would have been huge because of Big though.
but always number two. I
I
think
mean,
he was
he's still kind of number. I mean, he's not a rapper. People know that. So he's an entertainer.
Mm.
So I don't want to. Yeah, I don't
He's
want
more
to.
of an investment.
I don't wanna
producer
put-
type guy.
Yeah, Diddy in the same breath as Grohl because I feel like he is like the mastermind behind the Foo Fighters.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, yeah, I don't think so.
but I would say the equal to Nirvana would be Sublime as far as
The opposite, you mean?
no, I meant the equal like the type of band they were where they were.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
like the
backstories.
Yeah, the backstories, and then the lead singers both die, and then you know the people behind, you know the drummers or whoever else,
Mhm.
they go on to do big things, and the other guys. So what I'm getting at is there was way more talent on the Nirvana side, and that's why they were able to like blow up. Where
Yeah.
like Bradley was like the fucking
The
man.
only talent, well, not the only talent, but yeah, I think Grohl overall was more talented, and had Kurt Cobain not died, I don't think they would have
There was
come
a
out of the shadow.
there was a roast. I don't know who it was, but someone told his ex-wife that Kurt Cobain looks better than her right now. Or something along those lines.
Okay, so let me ask you, on the topic of comedy,
I really wish we would have talked about this with Jamari.
it would have been better. Jamari
Not
would have been
and
better,
Rafi or
Yeah.
Raphael as he likes to be called.
huh? Mr. DJ Raphael.
Yeah,
Oh no, he's an artist. Mr. Artist.
yeah.
So was talking with Yvette. When you're getting roasted, are there things that are off limits as far as comedy? I told her no. A roast is in and of itself getting as low as you can, like those low blows. So I forgot whose roast it was, but somebody told Steve-O, like, hey, you know,
Ryan Dunn just died, and we were like, oh. No, she said, oh,
everybody wished that you would have.
no, she said, oh, you thought, oh, that could have been me, and we were all like, oh, we wish it was.
We wish it was, and
And he did not laugh.
he did not laugh. It hurt. It hurt.
I don't know who the roast was, but I know it was, oh god, she's the girl that dated fucking Jimmy Kimmel.
Pen,
We're terrible.
Pinelli,
No.
last name of
She has big tits.
yeah,
She's tall.
Lisa Lampanelli.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Is that over the line?
Mm,
My answer, no. In the context of on a roast, I don't think it's over the line. I think it's fucking dirty, but that's what a roast is. Like, you get as low blows as you can. And
It was brutal. They also did one, Jeff Ross did one on, again, I don't know who was wrong. I think it was James Franco.
okay.
I could be wrong though, but Ludacris is there, and this is right after, what's the name died in the car accident?
Oh, yeah. Paul Walker.
Why are we so terrible at this right now?
Paul Walker.
I know
that one.
Yeah, Paul Walker. He had just died, and he had said something about like the movie Crashing and Burning, like Paul Walker, and he goes,
Yeah.
"What? Too fat? Too soon? Too fast? Too furious?"
Oh,
And he did not like that, and Ludacris did not like it.
oh yeah.
But I mean, I don't think anything should be off limits. But on the flip side, like as long as you're willing to take it, I guess I'm okay with that. Like if you're willing to take whatever dirty laundry you have,
Yeah.
and someone call you out on it, then I won't have. There was a roast of Bruce Willis not that long ago, and I forgot I almost call it Pollock, but that's not right. How do you look it up? I'll look it up
You
right
want to talk a Paul Walker joke?
now. No.
Oh, okay. Because they built a submarine with a screen door.
Let me see. Roast of.
I heard they were going to go visit the sun, but they were just going to do it at night.
Not Nikki Glazer. Sorry, dude.
These are the best Pollock jokes I got.
No, I'm not saying Pollock, asshole. Damn it. I gotta find her damn name. But she bombed.
Oh,
She
really?
bombed. She was like the Secretary of State or some shit like that.
Oh, huh?
Or some shit. Like she was like part of like,
Like White House cabinet?
yeah.
Condoleezza Rice?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it might have been Rob Lowe.
I don't think Rob Lowe was in the Senate, bro.
No. I think it was his roast.
Oh.
Ann Coulter.
Oh.
She was on it, and like typically if you're not a comedian, like they'll have writers for you.
Yeah.
And I think one of the jokes that this guy wrote for her was like, "Oh, like I'm so glad that Rob Lowe's here because now I'm not the most hated person here." And she didn't want to she didn't want to like laugh at herself because she knew like it was like her admitting that like nobody likes her.
Right.
But she didn't want to do it, and she just bombed. Like she was just like terrible.
Yeah. I can see how some people who are in politics would not be funny. Like they just.
Let's see. You want to hear one real quick?
Sure.
I don't know if this is bad TV or whatever, but let's see.
Man, what happened? You wrote 11 books, but you couldn't write a single fucking joke?
This is Jeff Ross, by the way.
Yeah.
Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross.
At Jeff Ross.
Make doves cry.
Aw.
He looks like Prince.
How do I roast somebody from hell?
He's dressed like Prince.
I like when he was Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Right after that fool got fucking murdered.
It's like fingernails on a chalkboard inside an inner city school you want to defund.
Oh. That's the politic joke.
Don't stare at me with that roasting bitch face.
Oh shit.
And against gay marriage. What you thinking on that? If I can't get a husband, they shouldn't either?
Oh.
Jeff Ross is the fucking best, man. He's
Yeah.
hilarious. He's fucking hilarious.
He's like, doesn't he call himself the king of
the
roast?
general roast master.
Yeah.
Himself.
It's just, he's just good at it.
You ever watch any of his roast battles? We're probably going way long, but whatever.
No, I haven't.
Dude, he has this thing where it's called the roast battle, and he just puts like two comedians against each other, and they just talk shit. They go 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah.
And they're funny. He put like two twin brothers against each other, husband and wife. And they're funny,
Some
dude.
people are clever, and I think like Jamari would he'd probably be better at this, or better to go to with this, but part of being funny and being a comedian, you have to be clever. Like, a lot of jokes, you need to find that unique way of getting around to say something, because not all jokes can be so inside. Like, you can make politic jokes, but if you're not into politics, you won't get them all. So you have to find a funny way of
Leading it
getting
on.
there. Like Jeff Ross just said about Ann Coulter. Oh, you're against gay marriage. Most people would not know that about Ann Coulter, like that she's on that side of the political spectrum.
So who is she?
I think she was a political writer and like a Fox News correspondent, that sort of thing. And I don't know what positions she held in the White House. I should actually look that up. If we had our fucking interns, it would be a lot.
Yeah, they're not important, dude.
What the fuck is that guy, man? Like, at some point, Sticky Ricky needs to get off his ass and get
Off his dicky dicky.
Yeah, you know, it's just like, dude, get over it.
Oh, Ariana Grande's gonna be at Coachella.
I heard she broke up with that guy.
Yeah.
He's on suicide watch. Oh, see, is it too soon?
Nah, Khaled, Bad Bunny.
Political commentator,
Zed.
writer, syndicate, and a lawyer. So yeah, let's see.
Diplo. Childish Gambino.
Hey, so
Juice WRLD.
this is completely off subject, but
Everything we've been doing today.
yeah, pretty much.
Hey, Pusha T's gonna be there
I've been on Team Eminem for
for the
this
battle.
battle.
Mm-hmm.
After watching Bird Box,
I haven't.
so
seen
you
it.
watch it though, but I'm not gonna give away the
I
end.
have no reason.
It's pretty good.
I have no interest in
If
watching.
you got 2 hours to spare,
I could be probably running a couple out in those 2 hours.
I'm still Team Eminem.
Really?
MGK's in the movie.
Oh, is he
And he
really?
does a pretty good, like, on the real, credit to you, MGK, if you're watching this, you did a pretty good job as an actor. Like, I give you credit.
He's not at Coachella though.
No, he won't be. But yeah, he's in Bird Box, which was interesting. It is a pretty good movie, though. It seems to be all the rage right now, I guess.
All the range.
Yeah. But going back to roasts, sir.
Yeah, I've been watching them on YouTube. Like,
Oh,
just
okay.
like I guess that's why I've been in tune with that.
So, a different type of roast. Medium roast,
A latte?
house roast, Starbucks roast. You had a question, or you wanted to talk to me about the Starbucks you went into.
No, I didn't go to. I read an article, but of course I didn't fucking download it or anything or like save it to my. I just wrote it in my notes. But Starbucks.
Wait, are you saying you half-assed this segment?
I've pretty much half-assed this whole year.
Oh.
Solid. I'm just here to show up. I'm just a talent right now.
One of my coworkers comes in, he goes, hey, yeah, I'm on pace to eat 1,000 donuts this year. It's like,
When
so,
you-
real quick, I'm trying to do the math, like,
Three?
365 days, he's
Had
had
three?
around like 3
Yeah.
or 6 at this point. I was like, how many fucking donuts have you eaten in 2 days? I'm on pace to eat 1,000 donuts. Oh, okay.
Alright, cool. Good luck with that one, bro.
Such a girl's high, bro.
So apparently Starbucks is banning porn on their Wi-Fi.
They've already done that.
How long have they had it?
Oh, from the time I've been doing research.
No, apparently you were able to use it.
Well,
Oh, but I guess my bigger question, and
maybe they just kicked me out.
this is the rabbit hole that you're going down now.
Because I've just been rubbing one out at Starbucks.
Who the fuck watches porn at Starbucks?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Right? What kind of fucking
First-
loser?
No, you're if you're watching in the restroom and you're rubbing out, fuck it, I get it.
You know what?
That's
That's
fine.
even wrong. Like, come on, dude.
But if you're at a table, who the fuck watches porn in public? What kind of sick animal are you?
Okay, so
Watch it in your fucking restroom like or your room like any other fucking normal human being.
yeah, I you know what though? There are a lot of people, homeless people. Where are they supposed to rub one out? They don't have a restroom. You anti-homeless person, you.
They don't have a home.
So let them rub one out at Starbucks.
I mean, I guess if you're outside of Starbucks, that's probably where maybe you could be doing it. But
Yeah, that's true. No. Yeah, you can't. you can't be watching porn in public. Like,
In a tent, Montez 23 said in a tent. A tent outside of Starbucks?
don't, well, yeah, don't. Tent City.
What in Anaheim?
It's good. They cleared out all the fucking, the little Tent City right there in Norwalk when I'm on my way to work.
Uh-huh.
Cleared it all out. No fucking homeless people. 1 month later, they're all back. I was like, no, all right. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually okay.
They should have different firewalls and different like.
They should have done this a long
Yeah,
time
they should have
ago.
different things that block that shit. But like, seriously, what kind of fucking individual sits at a coffee shop like
Okay,
and just watches porn?
so what kind, like, even, okay, so let me ask you this. And I think I know the answer because I've watched you.
Watch me do what?
Who sits there and just watches porn? Let's say 10 minutes of porn and goes, okay,
I'm done.
I'm done. Like, all right, let me now go and pay some of my bills online. No. You watch porn for one specific reason, right?
Well, I gotta put up my note real quick. I gotta pay some bills.
Okay, put that down. Watch your porn.
Yeah, watch my porn first and then pay some bills.
Like, who watches porn and then doesn't?
While they're sipping on the latte.
Yeah, like, okay, cool. Yeah, no, that was awesome. 10 minutes of girl on girl. Moving on now.
Okay, well, so
You watch porn for a specific reason,
So
right?
what I'm thinking of, and I'm sure you've seen the movie Straight Outta Compton. Have you seen it? Okay, there's a part of the movie where DJ Yalla, which actually turned into a porn producer because he
Oh,
makes porn now,
okay.
which I thought was funny that they kind of mixed that into the movie.
Springboard for a career.
Yeah, so he is in the in the bus.
Oh.
He's in the bus, the
Yeah.
the traveling from city to city, whatever, and he's sitting there watching TV. He's just watching porn. He's just watching it.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I forgot who wakes up. I don't know if it's like Dre or Ice Cube. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, Yalla? Like, and then there's a guy. MC Ren is in the same exact little spot. He's like, I fucking told him that. They're like, you guys are fucking watching this shit together. He's like, no man, I'm fucking rewriting drinks. This fool's fucking watching porn and shit. So I guess like there are people out there that watch it for the entertainment purposes.
Yeah, I don't get that though.
I don't think they're normal either.
I agree with,
Montez 23.
I agree. I think most people, most normal people, and let me back that up. All normal people, most people, watch porn as a,
Privacy.
not marital, but self-pleasing aid. That's the nicest way I could put it.
All right.
As a tool
So beat their meat.
to find a self-induced pleasure state. To shuffle their knuckles, to flick their bean, beat their meat, whatever you want to call it. Most people use pornography.
As a springboard.
If you're gonna watch porn, there's plenty of people who don't watch it, totally get that. It's a setup tool for an act. If you're just watching it in Starbucks,
Maybe
what the fuck are
they're
you
watching
doing?
it to like it's like a playbook.
Like to get a mental?
Yeah, no, they're looking at the other team and they're like, all right, what plays do they run?
Okay.
How do they spin them? How do they put pressure on them to where you're able to fucking get the most thrust?
Research.
I'm
Like
research and development.
I do understand it. I get the research aspect of it. But I don't research in public. You didn't see Madame Curie trying to find penicillin in the middle of the Pico Town Center, Starbucks. She was in a fucking laboratory. Stay in your zone.
I'm just interested in if anybody ever fucking rums one out at the fucking Starbucks. Like,
I fucking guarantee you somebody has rubbed one out at Starbucks.
like literally in public though?
I wouldn't, oh fuck.
That's fucking weird.
I saw a dude rubbing one out at the fucking bank parking lot. He was sitting in his
Car just beating up.
Black Dodge Ram, just going to town.
Don't you?
No, I might have looked in the mirror.
What's up, Lloyd? What's up, Jim?
So, no, there are plenty of fucking weirdos who beat their meat in public. I don't know, maybe I'm oblivious, but I'm sure there are plenty of women who are just rubbing up against the corner of a chair.
Oh shit. Montez wrote my sister's coworker was rubbing one out in the lunchroom and he got fired. No joke.
Did I ever tell you about the fucking dude I caught beating off in the
Yeah.
fucking bathroom? Okay, Montez, pay attention. For our audience, I went into work. This was when I worked at Union Bank.
Oh, before you were a chef at
McDonald's, yes. So I go into the bathroom. I walk into the bathroom with somebody, right? Like, we walked in at the same time, like, high five. All right, you do your business, I'll do mine. So there were 2 stalls and a urinal. Women, I'm gonna assume you know what a urinal is. I go into a stall, pull my pants down, sit on my ass, pull out my phone, start going through memes. The dude goes and takes a piss in the urinal.
But he didn't know you were in there.
Urinal, stall, stall. Okay? I look down and I see 2 feet in the stall facing the toilet. So this guy should be taking a leak, right? Men stand up, face the toilet, dick out, taking a leak.
Yeah.
Homeboy I walk in with, he's standing at the urinal, he's taking a piss. He finishes, washes his hands, walks out, the door closes. Dunk. I'm looking at memes. Okay. Probably texting on fantasy football,
Oh, yeah.
setting our roster. That's what I heard. Just the shuffling of. Okay? And that's it. You just hear this. Somebody else walks in.
Stops.
It stops. They go to use the urinal. They piss, wash their hands, leave. You hear the door close, and all of a sudden, and guys, you kind of know the flopping sound. Like, come on. Like, so I'm thinking, oh my God, this motherfucker is beating off next to me. Like, no. That's not happening while I have my pants down. Like, I joke about being gay, but you're not coming with my pants down. Not happening.
Or on my back.
So he's getting fast and furious with it, like Paul Walker status, just like it owes him money, just beating the shit out of this dude.
What's up, Johnny?
He's getting into it, and I just wait for my opportunity to go.
So he didn't know you were in the stall next to him.
He didn't see me. I guess he didn't look down. He didn't see boob.
Were
He
you,
just
were,
thought
were you using
because
your Japanese?
my Japanese ninja skills to stay hidden.
Yeah.
No, I think he was concentrating on finding his penis. But
Came with some
because
ninja starters and started fucking this fool up.
Because 2 people entered the bathroom at the same time, he assumed only 1 person came in. There were 2.
Yeah.
Sneak attack. You know it's Japanese. Sneak attack. So, because I'm Mr. Metiche, I finish my business. I take my shit.
Which is me taking shit.
Taking my shit. I think I even text people. Like,
Somebody's beating off.
someone's beating off in the restroom, and it's not me for once. I get up, I wash my hands, I go out, I go to the vending machine, grab something, and then I stand outside the fucking bathroom. I want to know who's beating off.
And you
So
waited
I'm
till the guy,
watching.
you waited till the guy came out?
I'm watching. Someone goes in, someone comes out, like, okay, no, that wasn't that. It was a person from India, very dark skinned, fucked up haircut, glasses. I know who that motherfucker is. He was the guy who was beating his meat. I have no idea what his fucking name is. I don't give a shit. But I made sure everybody, because I took a picture. I was pretending to be on my phone talking, but running my video.
Yeah.
And as he walked out of the bathroom, I took a picture of him and I sent it to everybody. This motherfucker masturbates in the bathroom. Like, I'm sorry. If you have a bathroom to yourself, whatever. I think it's gross. Please don't. If you're going to, don't come on the seat that I sit on. But if you're doing it and you're fucking like at work, fuck, go to your car. Go somewhere else. Like, there's plenty of places to beat your meat.
Montez wrote men are horny and apparently y'all can't wait.
No. Some of us can. Not everyone can.
I've never jacked off at work. I mean, I have no reason to be like, I'm busy. Like, what the fuck? I don't have time for that shit.
I got fucking things to do. I work at McDonald's, so. Right into
I don't even know where we go from this, but I think that's, I think we've already kind of hit our limit, dude.
Yeah. Starbucks, thank you. If nothing else, I'll put it to you this way. For those people who go for the free Wi-Fi so they could watch porn, that's a little creepy. I'm glad they're not next to my latte.
I mean, I guess you go to download it for later.
I don't know. Because did they block the website?
Yeah, I think so.
So then, I don't think you could download it.
I'm saying before. Maybe they saw the,
Okay, so
the cookies or whatever that
The
records what
sites that people
Yeah.
went to? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
I just get Wi-Fi home and fucking run about all day. You know.
seriously, the way internet is as cheap as it is here in America, just do it at home. Like a normal fucking person. Don't do it in a fucking Starbucks. That gives. I'm forever gonna look at my white chocolate mocha in a naughty way.
Okay, so did you see this guy ever again? Did you see him like
Oh, yeah.
all the time?
Like a week later, we had like a fire drill, and that fool was just walking around. I didn't touch the
You
hand.
didn't shake his hand?
Nope, not shaking his hand. But I pointed him out to like everyone, like that massive bear. That's him.
That sounded too realistic.
I'm good at it.
The Lakers are playing right now. Let's watch the rest of this fucking game. Unless you have anything else. I don't know where we go from this.
Don't masturbate in public. Kevin's public service announcement for the day?
Yeah, don't masturbate in public and
Please don't.
don't fucking come on my back. Later, guys.
Peace. Sometimes we hit them out the park.